Hello! Welcome to the graduation vlog. You may notice that I'm not currently going to graduation. That's because graduation is in 2 days. And today, I'm going to the dollar store and then Target if necessary to obtain the supplies I need for graduation. So there's 2 sets of supplies involved. First, Minerva has actually told us a set of things that we need to have. There's actually 2 graduation events that are happening. The first one is tomorrow, and that's students only. And it's supposed to be like our goodbye kind of moment just for students. And so that has a lot of supplies necessary. It's also longer. It's supposed to be from like 7 a.m. to like 10:30, I think. I'm just moving into a different backpack that matches my outfit. But so tomorrow there's a lot of supplies I need, but like I already have a decent amount of them. Like a couple things are just like paper and markers. So that is under control for the most part. And then there's a few supplies required for the graduation, which the ceremony is the next day on Tuesday. And so that one has less supplies required, but stuff that I already have, I'm pretty sure. I have a list. But I also wanted to go to the dollar store to try and get some decoration type stuff so that I can have like a little grad party by myself, / maybe in the driveway or the backyard. So that's the main reason for the dollar store. And then Target also involves food and life stuff. But I thought I would take you guys along with me, except I think I might be trying to just film little clips on my phone, because filming in public is very strange where I am because it's not a normal thing that people do here. But let's see what we can find at the dollar store. I'm going to the dollar store by myself, but then my parents are going with me to Target, so I might not check in until after Target, and then we'll do a little mini haul. Okay, hello. Hopefully you can't see too much of a mess behind me, but c'est la vie. Shopping is done. Let's haul it. First of all, we have 2 Dollar Tree bags. This is the biggest portion. Lots of stuff. This is a tablecloth. I got some plates. These are just glitter grad caps that can be put anywhere you so desire. This is a beach ball. These are just glitter stars, which can be put also wherever you so desire. And then we have some more fun stuff. Got these, some sort of noise making thing. I got a clapper. I'm going to have this in my hand during graduation. I got these more so just because I like playing with this kind of stuff, so I grabbed it. And then I did get some balloons of the multicolored variety. I have little hangy, twisty, twirly things. They're supposed to look like that. We have the whole congrats grad banner that goes like across. We're gonna hang this above the couch behind us during the ceremony. I got a flashlight, but that's just a me thing. I got this as sort of like a table center, but I think you're also supposed to use it to weigh down balloons. This is a rubber ducky with a 2020 cap, which I just wanted to have, you know? I might actually use this in the bathtub so that I can have a little buddy floating around. I got some beads, because that always makes it feel like a party. This is perhaps the most ridiculous thing I got. I got these glasses that are kind of like, you know, New Year's Eve glasses, but for grad. I will put them on at some point. And then I also got a congrats 2020 grad glass. So the next stop was Target. I only got 1 or 2 grad things in here, otherwise it's just me stuff, like a yoga block and a loofah, sunscreen and toothpaste. But the one grad thing I got was something that I really wanted to find at the dollar store but I didn't find, which are kazoos. I wanted kazoos so desperately. And finally, we stopped at Michael's and found some more stuff. So I have a headband with a little cap on it, so that's cute. Also, I got a single lei, which is a traditional grad thing, and I got, as an alternative / addition to the headband, this 2020 bow, and then I got some knitting needles that I needed for a DIY project. And that is it for the graduation supplies haul. I did also get a few food things, which got unpacked straight into the kitchen, so I'll just tell you. We had to get a loaf of bread for tomorrow's thing. So I have a loaf of bread, but it's the kind that you, like, bake at home. So the plan is to, like, as soon as I get up tomorrow, throw that in the oven so that I can have fresh bread for our bread requirement. And then I got brownies as, like, our graduation night dessert. I grabbed some apple fritters so that I can have an easy breakfast on Tuesday mainly. I might eat one tomorrow, but they're mainly for Tuesday so that all of us can eat something really fast before graduation starts. I don't think there's anything else I'm really gonna get up to today. More so, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm not sure how much I want to film of tomorrow's session because it is supposed to be just for, like, us as a class, appreciating one another as our fellow students and friends. But I do kind of want to capture whatever the bread moment is, at least. So I might film a little bit in the morning. Also, I want to show you that outfit that I have on for tomorrow morning. But after that, tomorrow will be decorating inside. I think my sort of plan is that on Tuesday, I also want to set up a little bit of, like, a party vibe outside in the backyard. It's what, like, the tablecloth is for, like, set all that up. But some of the decorations that are just intended for, like, inside will be going up tomorrow, so hopefully I'll be able to show you all some of that. Oh my gosh, so exciting. I feel like buying all this stuff is making it feel more like a real celebratory moment. I feel like without putting in this effort and sort of, like, going for the cheesy party vibe, it would not feel as real. I think it's gonna be good. And yeah, everything from the Dollar Tree was genuinely a single $1, which makes it all pretty affordable since there are only a few things I got not at the Dollar Tree. That's that. TTYL. OOTDL. Jumpsuit and my shoes. This is the look. And I have fresh bread and then the rest of my supplies. We are freaking ready to go. This bread smells kind of interesting, TBH. It's supposed to be Italian. I put on my Doc Martens to, like, complete the look, but I haven't totally broken them in. So now it's like me continuing to break in my Doc Martens while sitting at home pretending to be at a party. It's happening on Minerva's form, which is so weird because I thought I was, like, done with the form, like, 2 weeks ago. Or, you know, I should have been done with it 2 weeks ago. But here we are. I feel so weird with this loaf of bread just, like, sitting in front of me. I know that, like, our thing, like, the Minerva thing, is to, like, break bread. So I don't want to, like, disrupt it. I want to have the opportunity to break it.
Get your loaf of bread or whatever you have, whatever starch you have with you. And I'm going to try to do it and talk at the same time. It's not easy. Here it is. 1, 2, and 3. And here we break our bread and we can make an offering. Should I pass it on to you, my piece of bread up top here, if you want to go ahead and continue the trend. Cheers, cheers, cheers. We can still serve each other. So take a moment to grab a cup if you have it. Hold it in your hand. Feel its warmth.
I don't know if this is to anyone in particular, so I guess to everybody, I want to offer the recommendation of a Netflix comedy special that's actually a series where they improv the entire show, and I think it's very interesting and funny and awesome, and you might like it. It's called Middleditch and Schwartz. That's their names of the two guys that do it, so yes. Oh my god.
We're gonna make the sound of chaos together in 3, 2, 1, go.
yeah, I really liked the idea to do more glimpse sessions, mostly because I'm really bummed that I missed the times that already happened, and I think it's a cool way to do like the little like, oh, what's up chats without it feeling like completely disingenuous.
I like the...
It is now Monday afternoon. I'm in a new outfit because the jumpsuit was being a little bit too difficult to go to the bathroom in. I put on my bow. I'm trying to style it how cheer bows sit up, but it's just kind of floppy, but we'll work on it. And it is now nearly about time to decorate the living room. Let's go. My lungs are so weak, y'all. I think that's good enough. Let's see if I am capable of tying it. Tying balloons is one of those skills that I never like actually learned. I just kind of made it up. Okay, let's see. I think I got it. Yes! Haha! Balloon! Just 9 more to go. My current tying technique includes briefly suffocating my pointer finger, and I feel like I need to come up with an alternative manner of doing this. Oh man, dude, I might have to only do half, and then I'll do the other half tomorrow. Okay. Okay, so we got those under there. Grad hats. And then those are clustered there because this is my spot. So we have hangers, hat. That is the current status of the decorations. The next thing I'm gonna do is clear off this table because that's all my bullshit. And then I'm going to bring out just the supplies needed for going to the graduation in the morning. So let's do that. So this stand is where my laptop's going to be sitting. That's the HDMI cable to run to the TV. And then obviously remotes exist. But we have a candle. I'm going to have to bring down the lighter as well. This is my ingot, and this is my clapper, which I intend to be holding during the ceremony. I should probably peel off this sticker, but you know. I forgot to share more about this morning. So throughout the morning, we created a drawing that was built upon throughout the sessions. And I wanted to share it with you. This paper has one color for each year, so we could kind of place things however we wanted. I started at the top and worked down. So the top in the green, this drawing, I can frame things. This drawing is meant to symbolize a moment in San Francisco that really affected who I am that I think shaped me into the person that I am now today. So I drew the ferry building, which is sort of the base of the Embarcadero. It's at the very end of Market Street on the bay side, and you can see this little, I don't know what to call it. I guess it's kind of like a little pier, a little cement slab jutting out into the bay. I drew 2 figures on it because I remember very distinctly going out to that spot or being at that spot with 1 or 2 friends, I'm not positive, and just kind of looking at the Bay Bridge and the bay and thinking it was all so beautiful and that I felt so small, but that maybe it wasn't a bad thing, because I really struggled first year with being in a city for the first time and feeling like such a small fish in such a like inconceivably giant pond. This was a sort of moment where I was like, maybe it doesn't matter that I'm a small fish because the pond is beautiful. Okay, so then the second year is these writing in this brownish color. So the second one is supposed to be a question, and sort of what the big question was that we started thinking about in our second year. A lot of people had shorter, more basic, more like life existential questions, but I took it more academically because second year is sort of when I figured out what I really wanted to be doing with my career and academics and like that side of my life. So my question is relevant to a class that I took, which is the history intro class, global history, because that class really is what made me decide to major in AH and generally shape how I think about what you can pursue as a career, because I had been very limited in thinking I had to do something like very technical before, very like math space. But so, my question is, if everything is a social construct, how do I deconstruct the ideas and beliefs holding me and others back? Kind of left that holding back open because I'm still trying to figure out how to identify which constructs I should deconstruct. But that's almost like a whole other ball game. The third year was more straightforward. It's what did you find your focus to be during the third year? And this was another drawing one. So I drew this purple camera and clapper card, obviously to symbolize like film and video. I think that one's pretty self-explanatory. I sort of realized that this was a thing that I could make a career and that I wanted to kind of pursue the entertainment and media industry more seriously. And then finally, we were supposed to find some way, however we wanted or invented, to unite all of the ideas that we had already drawn, so the last 3, and to come up with a single word to capture it all. So since I had been leaving about a quarter of the page, I did just draw lines to bring them all down, but then I created this concentric circle situation where each layer has a few words that I think summarize the idea of each of the other ones. So like the circle for the ferry building, I have like be small, pause, awe, calm. For the question, I have the word question, which is very creative, as well as critique. And then for the camera, the video, I put capture and create, and then my center word is wonder, because I think that for me, Minerva has been all about cultivating my sense of wonder. So now this page kind of captures my entire Minerva journey in a snapshot, which is cool. So obviously we did some other stuff, but that's the part that's easy and I think okay to share, because that's sort of the me reflection part. There was also a lot of like community connection, loving, supporting each other, but that's harder to convey in this vlog. So that's today. I still have no idea what exactly the deal is for tomorrow morning. I honestly think I'm going to try to record it for me, like most of the graduation. Also because my brother really wants to see it since he can't really easily come. Also because it's at 7 a.m. I'm not sure how much of the actual ceremony I will be able to share, but I will see you tomorrow for the party, because that's what all the rest of the goods are for, is for us having a good time tomorrow and also doing like a nice photo shoot, even if I don't have a diploma in my hand. We were talking about how Minerva should have like overnight shipped us our diplomas, but I kind of doubt that it's going to be here in the mail tomorrow. I think I should also tell you when the diploma actually shows up. I think that's a interesting tidbit. So this is how I looked when I had my degree officially conferred unto me by the faculty of the Minerva schools at KGI. We were sitting on the couch. There was a big Zoom call that we were watching on the television. There was some glitchiness. They showed a couple of videos in addition to having like the important people give their important speeches. Actually, the best part was before the massive Zoom call, for the first like official 20 minutes of graduation, everyone was in these much smaller Google Hangouts where it was one faculty member and maybe also a staff member, so like a couple people from Minerva, and then just 2 of the students graduating. And those Minerva professors / staff gave super personalized speeches about the 2 students. So I actually got a speech from the professor that I'm closest to, who I consider genuinely like one of my best friends. She taught me in my very first semester, and we stayed in touch every once in a while. And then she became my academic advisor when I became an arts and humanities major. And then she taught me in both of my tutorials, and she was my capstone advisor this year. And she said some very, very nice things that made my mother very emotional, which is why my parents are not featured in this clip, even though they were sitting next to me on the couch. And then after the big ceremony, we got our degrees in PDF format from a website, which is kind of anticlimactic, but that's just kind of how things have got to be happening these days. Hello. It is Wednesday, May 27th, and probably the last day I will be checking in to vlog about my last month of Minerva, because today is the very last day that there's anything organized going on to do with Minerva, and this is the completely student organized graduation party. Typically we would have gotten totally turned up last night after graduation, but instead there were 2 different sessions happening today, one at 7 a.m. and one at 7 p.m. to try and make it work for all the time zones. I did not get up for the 7 a.m. one. I considered doing it, but then I didn't go to sleep in time for that to seem reasonable. So here I am. I put on my party dress. I was wearing heels earlier, but I kind of took a tumble because they're new heels and I haven't really walked in them very much. And they're pretty tall and thin, so I took them off. But I wanted to get into that party spirit. And then we're going to have a whole bunch of different rooms. So basically just a whole bunch of different like video calls that you can be in to do different activities to try and like distribute people. And that way you can kind of move in between rooms and see other people. I find socializing mildly terrifying, so I'm a little unsure about how this is gonna go. But everyone is chill. I'm not expecting to have like a bad time. It's also supposed to involve some amount of drinking game. I think I'm starting off in a drinking game. So this is adult content. This is a box of wine that my mom bought me actually more than a month ago. She got it for me like during finals week of the spring semester, and I need to finish it. It's finally like getting to the bottom, but my like low-key goal is to finish it tonight. If not, I need to finish it this week. This is the glass I'm gonna be using. You will recognize it from the haul. It says congrats 2020. It's got the little grad hat. It's a wine glass. So we're pretty ready to go. The party is starting in 3 minutes. I'm probably gonna film a little bit just to speed up / voiceover. I'm like ready to go and it starts in 2 minutes, but I don't want to be like early and not know who's gonna be in there. So I'm gonna go pee and then we're gonna head in. Getting lit. And party we did. So as you can see, we are indeed doing adult activities, but I can assure you that we are in fact adults. I'm 22 years old, so it's super legal, even in where I am, which is the United States, which also a lot of people are not in the United States, which means it's probably legal, even if they're like 18. But so, we did the adult things on Zoom and other video platforms, and it was super fun. I had an excellent time. I did get to hang out and banter, etc. with my friends, as well as being around larger groups of people. I got very loosey-goosey with my vibes. I did in fact finish all of the wine. There was about 5 maybe more glasses left in there, so a pretty solid amount, which is why I also ate a brownie at one point. I actually ate a decent amount of brownie at multiple points, but yes, it was excellent. It was so great to feel like, you know, we're all just like this big group of friends, like extended friends. Like, I love Minerva parties because it's like you really realize how sick the school is when like everyone can pretty much coexist in a house party without anything too drastic going down. Maybe that's like rose-tinted glasses way of seeing things, but that is how I feel. And at the end of it all, we had a super mushy session of like everyone doing like the super you know, late in the night after clubbing type of vibes. I love you mans, and like, you're all amazing and I don't want to say goodbye, which is definitely how I was feeling, because I stayed on the call after most people left, just chatting with like 8 other people for a while, and then I continued to chat with a couple of my friends on text message for quite a while before I was wound down enough to go to sleep. But yeah, the party was so great. It was like shocking how much it felt like an actual party, considering that we were doing it online. The only thing that didn't really happen was like dancing, but we're gonna be able to make up for that next year, because we're gonna have like a 1-year reunion, actual IRL graduation celebration in San Francisco next year, if hopefully that is a thing that can still happen at that point in the future time. So yeah, that's it. I've graduated, I've celebrated, and now we're kind of moving into the settling in phase. So if you want to see what I'm settling into, hit subscribe, and I will be back soon. Bye!